Hello, dear students. One of the members of your channel Theory Masters Learning had requested me to do a video on how to prepare notes for theory subjects. So here I am with 5 important tips which will help you to prepare notes for any theory subject. Watch this video till the end because the 5th tip will help you to remember the notes which you make. If you are watching my video for the first time, I am CA Preeti Agarwal and I make videos specially for you. So if you have a request, just put it in the comment section below and I will make sure that I make a video that you requested. So let's get started. The first tip, go through the past exam question papers. See, you may prepare for any subject at any level. You may be preparing for CA, CS, MBA, CAT, or even your school or college exams. Please go through the past exam papers. See, don't start preparing notes just for the sake of it. That okay, I have to prepare notes, so let me just start writing. No, that is not your aim. You should first go through the past exam papers so that you get an idea as to what type of questions can be asked in the exam. Okay, so going through the past exam papers will give you an idea as to what theory is important, what is normally tested, and what is not important, so you need not spend time on making notes for that theory. So let's say, for example, you're studying a chapter of law. So everything is not important, everything is not generally asked in the exam. So when you go through the past exam papers, you will find out the sections on which they normally ask you a question. You may find out some sections which are never asked in the exam. Questions have never been asked on that. So you may think of omitting that. Yes, you need not prepare notes for everything that is given in the textbook. So study smartly, identify the sections, identify the questions which are important. Okay, so going through the past exam papers is the first thing that you will do before you start preparing your theory notes. The second tip is make concept-wise notes, not question-wise. See, this is one common mistake which most of the students commit. They prefer, they are used to studying theory in the question-answer format. So what do you normally do? You have a question, you read that question and you memorize the points. You're sending a message to your brain that if this question comes, this is the answer which you will have to remind me. But what if the examiner twists the question a little? What if different style of question is asked on the same concept? You will not be able to recollect the answer because your mind is trained that if this question is asked, only then you will recollect the answer. Question is twisted, you don't know what to write. So that is the problem which you will face if you study in the question answer form. So never prepare your notes in question answer format. Always prepare your notes concept wise. So when you study a concept and you prepare your notes around that concept, you will be able to answer any question that is thrown at you in the exam. Read a concept, that is my third tip. Read the concept, mark the important points. See, every concept will have 2 or 3 important points and the entire concept revolves around those 2 or 3 important points. So first, read the entire concept. Highlight those important points around which the explanation is framed. See, you study any textbook, you study the institute's module, you study any book that is given to you. The main concept will contain 2 to 3 important points and only those points are explained to create length. So identify those 2 or 3 important points and identify other points which are easy to remember. Now what will you do? You will make a note of those important points. You will first highlight it in the concept. You will also underline, you will also highlight few explanatory points. Now that you have highlighted the points which you can remember, which you should remember, start making your notes. Start writing the notes in your own handwriting. See, handwriting, if we write something in our own handwriting, that is very easy to remember. You will not have to spend more time in memorizing those notes. Print is very difficult to remember, but your own handwriting, something which you have written, is very easy to remember. Another advantage of making notes in your own handwriting, when you write the concept, you are sending a signal to your brain, please register this. Okay, so when you write in your own handwriting, it is very easy to remember, it is very easy to recollect that in the exam. When you make your own notes, don't write in paragraph form, that is not easy to remember. Use bullet points, use charts. See, every subject is different. Be creative, use colors. Be creative, use a lot of colors, make colorful notes, write it in bullet points, chart format, so that it is easy to remember. A photographic memory is always better than just reading it. Okay, so that is tip number 4. And last but the most important tip for today's video is make notes on a palm-sized paper. Will that really help? Of course it will help. Do you remember your old photographs? Something which was shown to you by your parents long time ago? You do remember that. Do you remember some photo which you have seen on your mobile? Yes, you do remember that. But do you remember some enlarged advertisement that you see on the billboard? No, that's very easy to forget. So a palm-sized paper is ideal for preparing notes because our brain registers this size of paper. So whenever you make notes, always choose a palm-sized paper. You can make notes on post-its, which are of this size. You can tear pages to fit this size, and then just staple them so that you can make notes for every unit, for every chapter, for every concept, and just keep those notes in a folder. Remove the notes that you want to study, read from those notes, revise from those notes. They can be easily carried. So these were 5 tips which I followed while preparing notes for theory subject during my examination, and I still follow them. Why don't we do a task together? I have received comments that you like the way I prepare notes for theory subjects. They are very simple, easy to understand. So let's prepare notes together. I'll give you a topic. You prepare notes following these tips. Tomorrow, I will show you how I would prepare notes on the same topic. And let's compare. Let's see if you were able to implement these tips while preparing notes. If your notes are very close to mine, it means you're going in the right direction. What say? So tomorrow, will you be online at 8 o'clock? Because I'm going to upload a video on how I prepare notes for theory subjects. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on tomorrow's video as to how I make notes for theory subjects.